So today we'll be taking a look at a scenario where Persindia from the series What If Civilization Started Over came to real life. Now, this is only a fictional series, it's not real life or anything, but we see Persindia coming to real life in the world. We see them having vast control over the Indian Ocean and even a small colony in Chile. But now, without further ado, let's get right into the scenario. Now, in the original wicso, we saw that, Persindia was like a economical powerhouse until it collapsed and it was really imperial. Sorry, whatever. But now they are in their full imperial stage and they will be continuing to do that. And the first country they will be declaring war on is, of course, India. They're the weakest country of all of them. And they will also be declaring war on Nepal, just because it's whatever. Let me just change the color of this. There we go. But almost instantly after war is declared, we see Lime Team troops moving in to both Nepal and India, specifically in the east, as these are more populated areas. And we see India getting absolutely destroyed in this war, especially over here. But yeah, we see all of this getting captured very, very fast. But unlike over there, up here, it is going to be different. Hold on, let me just... There we go. We see that the invasion of Nepal is kind of halted because of all of the mountainous terrain. But eventually, the Lime Team is able to take the whole thing and is able to blitz across India once again. But yeah, they're starting to look pretty strong. In my opinion, I think in the world, the Lime Team is probably it's probably like the third strongest country, mostly because, well, in wicso, they weren't like modernized completely, but now they are, let's just say so. But we see the Lime Team troops continuing to invade India, and, well, after this, India is just gonna surrender because, well, they're cooked anyway. So we see India surrendering over to the Lime Team, and now we can take a look at this peace treaty. And, well, very simple peace treaty. If I can get to the fill tool. There we go. We see that the Lime Team gets all of this land right here, and the Nepal's gone, but India still exists over here. But yeah, they're kind of cooked. Now hold on, I just have to erase this border. B. There we go. Very, very, very good. Just like that. And now, this new border over here between the Lime Team and India. Now, after a couple of things happening between India, well, getting absolutely demolished, they're just going to divide up their territory and give it to their neighbors. So let's just... this. And, well, most of it is going to be going... what? Most of it is going to be going over to Bangladesh, as they are extremely friendly with India. A little bit will be going over to Bhutan, and the rest will be going over to Myanmar. Now, I just have to erase this white line. I do apologize about how slow my mouse is moving. I'm in a different setting. I'm currently not on my desk, so it's a little bit different. But it's fine. But yeah, we see all these countries growing from this, and it's very cool, or very good for them. So now India has been completely wiped off the map, as Persindia keeps on destroying. But now Persindia will be focusing its forces somewhere else. Let me just get the war ready. And, well, where they will be focusing is in Afghanistan, Pakistan, and these two countries down here. Now, we're not going to do like alliances, otherwise Persindia will be cooked. But yeah, it's whatever. But up here, we see Persian troops moving into Pakistan and Afghan territory, or should I say Taliban territory? I don't know. But yeah, they are quickly sieging the southern portions of these countries, or well, what's left of them. But yeah, we see a lot of things happening right here, and they continue to invade through these two countries. Now, down here in the south, the same is going to be happening, except very, very rapidly. Hold on. And we see this UAE, we see the UAE get absolutely destroyed, and Oman is getting absolutely cooked too, as it is more flat terrain, unlike the mountains. So, yeah, they just get absolutely fried. But with this, a couple of countries don't appreciate Oman's destruction, and one of those is Iran. And after this, Iran will declare war on Persindia, and they will make the first offensive. I just need to pick a different size. Yeah, this should be good. But we see the Persian forces moving in, or I mean Iranian, but I guess they're Persian. But we see Persian forces moving in to try to capture the lands that they lost. But as soon as they get down here, they are met with not so friendly Lime forces up here, which causes these guys to start losing, well, little bit. But over here, Afghanistan is absolutely cooked, as we see Lime team troops moving into Iran and Afghanistan, blitzing across the country, and I think their capital's like right here. So, but their capital city is captured. I have no idea where it actually is, but these little encirclement guys get captured as well. And well, now Pakistan is basically on their own. And well, they're cooked. As we see that the Pakistani forces are getting absolutely fried again. And well, yeah, once the Lime team got through the mountains, it was all just game over for them. And well, yeah. So we see many forces being thrown up here, and well, Afghanistan and Pakistan both fall. And well, now the war is continued over here. We see Persian forces go down here to Qatar, but that was probably the worst thing that they could do, because let me just get here really quick. We see the Lime team recaptures all of this, and once again, well, they start pushing back the Persians, and it's to the point that they get all the way back to the border, especially on this front. In this front up here, the Lime team continues to invade. Uh, yeah, it's not looking good for the blue team, or for the Iranians. But they continue to invade, and they even encircle all of these troops, who just get absolutely cooked. And well, after this, it's just a smooth blitz across the country. Now, Iran has some allies of its own, but like I said, we're not going to go into that, because that would make it too complicated. But yeah, we see this happening, and Iran is cooked, and they will choose to surrender over to the Lime team. And now we can take a look at this peace treaty. And well, another pretty simple peace treaty. And of course, well, let me get to the fill tool. We see all this land from Iran going away. We see the UAE next, and a very, very large portion of Oman is captured. And then Afghanistan and Pakistan are both annexed by the Persians. And now we can erase these lines, just like that. Hold on, this may take a little bit. There we go. But yeah, now we see that happening. And hold on, let's just make these other guys white, or like, so they're not captured land. There we go. And well, right after Persindia expands to literally being Persindia, um, we're gonna be seeing a couple coalitions being formed against them. Oh, well, yeah. One started by Iran and followed by Iraq, Kuwait, Turkmenistan, and these Central Asian countries. And well, the Persians are not going to take very kindly to this. Additionally, we see these three joining up in this coalition, trying to keep them away from Mesopotamia. But that is not the only coalition forming, as China will be forming one as well. This coalition will be yellow. Come on. But it consists of China, Mongolia, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka as well. They do not want Persindia getting any closer to them as they already are. So, well, Persindia is going to have to shift its focus somewhere else. Vietnam. And, well, right after this happens, we are seeing... Great. That one country is going to be blue. Actually, yeah, Sri Lanka never joined that. Let's just pretend. But, we see Vietnam and, Malaysia and these countries getting declared war on, as well. Persindia is looking to expand. Now, let's just flip this. Sorry, technical difficulties. But, now Persindia is focused on these guys. So we see Persian forces moving in, specifically around the Chinese border, because, well, these are their main rival now. And, well, yeah, these southern countries don't stand a chance. As Persindia invades Singapore and Malaysia, we see them getting absolutely cooked. And we even see Thailand. I think that... Oh, okay, Thailand's in the war too, I guess. Sure, whatever. But we see Thailand getting cooked as well, as the Persians are moving around the southern portions of the country, trying to cut off any logistical supplies from coming in through this way. Now, however, China and these guys are supporting uh Central or Southern Asia because they do not want Persindia to expand anymore. However, even with all that support, the Persian forces are still going to blitz across this front. Vietnam is destroyed, and even Thailand is cut into two, where they get absolutely cooked, and the rest of Thailand is going to get captured. However, this war is not going to end just yet, as, well, Sri Lanka would have just got absolutely blitzed through. But this campaign is not over yet, as Persindia is going to be declaring war on somebody else. And, well, that is, of course, well, not of course, but it's Indonesia and Papua New Guinea. These guys, Indonesia barely exists anymore, so yeah. But we see Papua New Guinea getting destroyed as well. And, well, yeah, what did we expect? Persindia is just a absolute powerhouse. So now, with this war over, we can finally take a look at this peace treaty. But, yeah, very simple peace treaty. We see most of this Vietnamese land being annexed by Persindia, and we see multiple of these South Asian countries getting destroyed. Now, however, right after this war, a new coalition is going to be formed against Persindia. And, well, as you could probably guess, it's going to be these South Asian countries, but it's also going to consist of the Philippines, Just let me color them in. Just like this. But yeah, it consists of these guys as well. And even Taiwan, which, well, yeah. And, we see that Persindia is kind of kicked out of Asia. And, well, when they look at Australia, they're gonna be like, no thanks. We're out too. We're in, this coalition. And, well, we see that the really only place for them to go is either Africa or South America, because at their peak they did have this little piece. But, yeah, I wonder where they're gonna go. Sorry, Madagascar. But, we see that right after, this happens, Madagascar will get declared war on, as well as a couple of these countries over here. And, well, yeah, simply put short, Persindia is looking to expand a lot. Now, starting off in, what the heck? Ah, so weird. Okay, just hold on. Okay, I need Persindia's color, yep, and different, there we go. But, yeah, we see, Persindia cooking. We see them start their invasion of Madagascar, and it goes very swiftly, as, Madagascar is very weak, and Persindia is very strong. But, yeah, we see Persindia just absolutely blasting Madagascar. And then these guys start a front right up here. They just want to stop Persindia from going further into Africa. And, well, Persindia is like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. But yeah, they start a invasion right here, and they go up this little, I don't know what this country is called. I think it's Malawi, something like that. But yeah, they go up and just straight up invade that country, and Mozambique is getting destroyed over here. And in the south, we see Mozambique struggling against the Persians. Additionally, up here in Kenya, we see they are getting blasted in this war. And Tanzania is also getting started to invade, is getting invaded. And, well, yeah, this is very bad, as we see that the Persians blitz across, making it 3 fronts, so they have to fight this front, and this front, but one of them is just completely gone. Mozambique is going to surrender over to the Lime team, and, well, yeah, it's basically over. We see Tanzania surrendering, and then this. And, well, right after this, like, not even before the war is done, we will be seeing another coalition being formed against the Lime team. Yeah, just hold on. This is weird. There we go. But this coalition is going to include a lot of African countries, specifically South Africa, which is very peaceful. But yeah, we see a lot of we see a lot of African countries making a coalition just to stop Persindia. And, well, this makes Persindia pretty mad. Now, there are a couple of options for them. Going around Africa and into Europe, but that probably won't happen because I don't really know. But, yeah, time to look at this peace treaty. But, yeah, very simple peace treaty, as we see Persia taking over a lot of Africa, and, well, yeah, they're looking very, very huge. Now, they're still looking to expand, however, over here, a couple of things are going to be happening. This is the, like, a lot of things happening, like, Japan joins up on the, coalition, on this yellow coalition, And, well, they could go after Russia because at this point they're like 2 times stronger than them. And Persindia is looking to even rival that of the United States. And, well, what's going to happen now is basically like a race between these two. So, like, the United States is going to make its own, like, coalition kind of thing. But it's just to, like, beat the, Persindians. And somebody who will be joining this is Canada, because, well, Canada is a very close ally, as well as the British, very close ally as well. Crap. Oh, we also see the French joining it, and, well, this is a coalition just to destroy the Persindians. And, well, that's not going to happen, as now Persindia is going after South America for the first time in this video. And, well, this is going to be the start of, well, something not so good. Oh, crap. Need to get, here we go. But we see the Persindians declaring war on Chile, Bolivia, and Peru. And, well, put it simple, a couple of these guys are not going to be surviving. But, the invasion is actually one of the more difficult ones, as these guys are pretty mountainous. But we see Lime Team troops going down the coast of Chile. This is because, well, sorry if you can hear my dog barking, but she just won't shut up. But, yeah, we see that, Chile is getting cooked in this war, and, yeah, it's just not looking good. As we continue to see, troops going into Bolivia, and even toward, like, the more populated areas, and they encircle a lot of troops right here, and, well, they continue to go down Chile. However, Peru, not wanting to get absolutely cooked, is going to actually leave the war. Or, I mean, they joined the war on the side of Bolivia. They didn't, like, get declared war on. But they're gonna leave the war. And, well, yeah. Holy crap, my dog won't shut up. But, after this, we see that this is just gonna lead to Bolivia getting destroyed. And Chile surrenders as well. Very, very simple war. And, well, in the peace treaty, it's very, 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 very simple. We see all of Chile is annexed by Persindia, and, well, a little bit of Bolivia will be annexed. Let's just draw that up really quick. Won't take very long. And it's about half the country. The only reason for this is because Persindia really wants land, and when they can't expand anywhere else, they choose to take more land than, well, maybe they should. So, yeah, that's the peace treaty. And, well, after this, a couple very, very bad things are going to be happening. Specifically, another coalition against the Persindians. This coalition is a very, very, very large one in South America. And, well, yeah, the Persindians might be cooked if they invade anybody else. And, well, they won't get the chance because after that war, Mesopotamia is going to actually add a couple of people to their coalition. Egypt, not Israel, but a lot of people to their coalition. And this actually causes a war to break out. And, well, yeah, this war is very, very brutal. Um, And it will actually be started not by Persindia, but by the Mesopotamian coalition. We see Iranian forces moving in to Persindia through this way as they start to capture old lands. And yeah, they just continue to destroy Persian forces. And also Central Asian forces moving through over here, trying to capture as many cities as possible, trying to weaken the Persian front a lot, as well as Afghanistan is repossessed, and well, this front is getting bigger and bigger. Now, India kind of saw this coming. Well, they didn't really see it coming, but they are quickly trying to move forces back from South America and Africa and uh Indonesia, but it is not going to be fast enough as some of their best economical areas, such as Qatar and the Omanian area, is captured by the uh Red Coalition, and Persia India is losing a lot of ground over here in Mesopotamia against the Red Coalition. Now, however, this is not the only coalition to start invasion of Persia India, as over here in Vietnam and China, we are going to be seeing Vietnam and Chinese forces starting to move in to Persia India. Vietnam will be focusing on their northern parts, just like this, as we see them capturing a lot of their areas back, and even Thailand starts an invasion of their own, trying to take back all of the areas that they once owned. And, yeah, this is going very well for them, or not super well. I mean, the Orange Coalition is doing very well against this, as they even cut off supply lines to this little part. And even Borneo will be started to getting invaded. And this is like core Lime Team territory. Like in Wicso they had this for thousands of years. But now it is getting invaded once more, or it's getting invaded by the Philippines, and now with the Chinese forces, they are going to be invading the area of like Shanghai because they once owned this area, and after Persia started their invasion or became a thing, they lost a lot of this area to them, and well, now they are looking to take it back. Additionally, um, the Chinese forces will be moving into Nepal, trying to repossess these areas as well. And well, Persia India is getting kind of cooked in Asia. And well, we see lots of these areas getting repossessed by old nations. And well, the same is going to be happening over here with the purple team. Now, the purple team is uh a huge amount of nations, so they're going to be able to swiftly move over this way faster than like China. It's just, there we go. But we see purple team forces moving in the north, and they immediately take a lot of this land as many forces left this area, and well, now it is getting recaptured by these guys, and Persia India isn't really able to hold off against this front. Specifically because there are many revolts in this area, and well, yeah, it's just very dangerous, and Persia India doesn't want to do any more of that. But we see that Persia India is completely kicked out of Africa, well, besides Madagascar. But even a joint operation is being made across the sea, and a very, very large naval battle is being taken place as the purple team captures a little bit of the subcontinent of India. This actually worries the Persindians a lot, as that is actually the closest place to like their capital. Because sure, China coming this way is probably the closest, but they are going across mountains. These guys are thousands of miles away. And well, the only major part is right here because that isn't that far away from their capital city. So you can see why they'd be kind of afraid. Additionally, we see Madagascar getting captured as well. And well, yeah, they got cooked. And well, it is at this point that the collapse of the Persians is going to happen, as Brazil's alliance will declare war as well. And well, yeah, they're gonna blast through Persindia's territory, taking every last bit of Chile, and well, they're even sending forces across the ocean to try to destroy Persindia once and for all. But then a very, very weird thing happening is that even the Aqua coalition gets in on this, and planes are landed, and well, Persindia is cooked. We see a very, very large naval force, or probably not that big, but like it's very big. We see huge amounts of forces pouring in from China as soon as they get over the mountains. And well, to put it simple, they're cooked. As we see Persia getting captured once again. And yeah, it's going not too good for Persindia, as we see them getting cut into two, and all of this getting captured. And now they aren't Persindia anymore, they're just India. But yeah, very, very sad for them, as the coalitions are starting to get back up to them, as they are cooked. As we see the Shanghai area fall, and the rest of Vietnam falling over to, well, China, because they're helping them. But even Australia will be doing a little bit as well, as, well, actually a lot. They are doing a lot of liberating, um, like Indonesia and Papua New Guinea, in which they do successfully. And, well, at this point, the Persians are cooked, as all of Indonesia falls over in a couple of weeks. And, well, yeah, that is the end to Persia's influence, as they will surrender over to China. And, yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe. It was a little bit long, but I'll see you guys in the next scenario.